Coming up this week on the show, we're going to talk about the Twitch integration with Minecraft. We also have the Minecraft news of the week, texture pack pics, a server showcase, and of course, we answer your questions on every episode. All that and more coming up next.
This is Minecraft Me, a show that is about Minecraft, where we bring you some of the most awesome tutorials on the internet, reviews of mods and pack picks that you can use when you play. We take you on awesome adventures, all with Chase and Joe.
Minecraft Me is brought to you by the app for the Roku for GeekGamerTV. That's right, you can watch Minecraft Me, Geek Gamer Weekly, live shows, and much more by grabbing the Roku app. Over 10,000 people have. Head over to ggtv.me/Roku to grab it today.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Minecraft Me, the show that is all about Minecraft, the amazing game from Mojang. I am Joseph Falby. I will be your host for this episode. I am not Chase. Don't freak out, though. He's right over there. My really good friend, buddy, and former noob of Minecraft.
Hi, Joe.
I know it's probably freaking everybody out, huh, Chase?
Well, people were freaked out that they thought that maybe I wasn't here. Maybe I stopped doing the show. Maybe I rage quit and left.
Maybe that's what it
it
is. Yeah, you're like, nope, screw this. I'm out of here. I'm going back to.
Nope. I'm just switching the cameras this week. I've checked out. I'm done.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it is a little bit of a switch. So it is. You know, it might take a little while to get used to it, but
fair enough.
They'll figure it out eventually, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's still the same two people.
Yes, that's true. So, Joe, what's on the agenda for the show today? What are we doing?
Well, the same thing we do every night, Chase.
Wait, every night, Joe?
Well, every show has
okay.
every show.
All right, fair enough.
If you watch the show every night, then it would be the same thing we do. Anyway.
So what are we covering on episode 102 of Minecraft Me?
Well, we got some cool stuff coming down. We're going to talk about Minecraft on the new next-gen consoles on the Xbox 360 and a little bit about PS4. We're going to talk about the new pack that's out for the 360 as well, for the 360 edition. We're going to talk about the new Snapshot, really cool feature. We kind of talked about this at Minecon a little bit. Twitch streaming, we're going to show that off. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And then, of course, all the other standard stuff, texture packs, showcase, and questions.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else is there?
Well, we have some very important news to all our Indiegogo supporters.
That is true.
I know a lot of you have been wanting to know, when are we going to get our neat little things? So we have answers on this episode. So if you are an Indiegogo supporter, or you know who was a supporter of our Minecon trip, you're going to want to direct them to this episode, because we're going to have all the information that you want to know. And if you weren't a supporter, you still want to pay attention, because we have a very special announcement that you're going to want to be a part of. So
everybody keeps asking about it too.
Yes, I know.
So I mean, it's like that's like the number one question people seem to ask.
The one thing we didn't discuss before the show is, when do we announce it? Do we announce it during the news segment, or do we announce it at the end of the show?
I think. Well, I mean,
I know
we should reward. We should reward all good watchers. And do it at the end of the show.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, if someone who's downloaded, they're just go, I'll just skip to the end of the show real quick.
Oh.
And then I'll come back.
Then we should do it. We should do it approximately 5 to 12 minutes before the end of the show.
5 to 12.
It'll be a random window,
Yeah.
and you just got to kind of guess if you want to do that, or just watch all the way through, and you'll catch it in the end anyway.
Fair enough. All right.
I guess we should probably get on to the news.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's do that.
Minecraft news of the week.
All right. So here's some news for you guys to digest, talking about consoles. And now we know that Minecraft is going to be coming out on the next-gen platforms, Xbox One,
PS4, and Xbox.
And Xbox. It's also coming out on the Vita as well. And 4J Studios, a lot of people were thinking, well, Vita, it's a handheld console. It's probably going to get some sort of port of Pocket. Well, that's actually not true. 4J Studios announced that the edition
The
on the
Vita
Vita edition is going to be more closer to the 360 edition and not the Pocket edition. What does that mean for you? That means more blocks. It means more features. It means bigger worlds. Probably the size of the Xbox 360 worlds on the Vita, which is really, really cool. I don't have a Vita. I don't know if I ever will own a Vita, but there you go. I mean, now, Joe,
I have a PSP. That's close, right?
Yeah, it's like what, technically the same thing, just didn't have the UMD slot, right? That's what the Vita is.
No, yeah, the Vita is I believe a little more advanced and at least hardware wise.
Yeah, I know.
Than the PSP is. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm reasonably confident.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's going to be closer to the 360 edition now,
which is cool because the 360 edition has a lot more in it than Pocket edition.
Yes. Now, one thing to discuss, obviously, the PS4 has been out now for almost a week. It'll be a week tomorrow, and it was originally...
So everybody's been playing Minecraft on it, right? Because it was a launch title. They announced it like months ago.
Nope. Actually, Joe, it's been delayed, and there's no estimate at this point when users on the PS4 will get Minecraft. The only thing that 4J Studios is saying at this point is it's just been delayed, and they'll have to wait a little longer than expected.
Yeah, well, the weird thing is they're saying, too, is that PS3 users are going to get it before the PS4 does now.
Right. Maybe it's...
So,
you know why? Because I think they're going to port the 360 edition, basically, over to the PS3. And then with the PS4 and the Xbox One, they're making larger world sizes. So they're making bigger overhauls of the engine.
It does make sense because the architecture change from PS3 and Xbox 360 to PS4 and Xbox One is very, very different. It's a major change.
You're right.
It brings it a little bit more in line with Windows or regular desktop development. So it makes some things easier. But yeah, it does make sense. You're going to have to do a lot of changes to make it work. I mean, I can't think of any other games. I know there are some games that are being simultaneous releases that are new, but I can't think of anybody else who's modifying an existing game to run on one of the new platforms.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yeah, I mean, can't wait. And actually, I've been kind of holding off covering the console side of things until the next gen stuff comes out, so we can showcase it here on the show. And we'll have to hold on a little bit longer, unfortunately, and wait. Now, that being said, if you're on the 360 and you're gaming it up, you're going to be very happy to hear about this. Skyrim Mashup Pack is out now, and I want to show you guys this pack, and here's a trailer. You got to check this out. Here it is.
It's rated E.
I don't think they can hear us. Oh, they can hear us.
I can't hear the music.
You won't hear the music.
Oh.
I don't have it previewed for us.
Oh.
Sorry. But it's very nice. Well, actually, maybe...
They can still hear us, right?
They can hear us. Yeah, we're talking over right now.
Oh. Is it saying anything cool?
No, it's orchestral music.
Oh. The texture pack is cool. I like that helmet with the horns on it.
Yeah, it's very pretty. This is 360, and this looks phenomenal. This looks really, really good.
I still want to know why on the consoles, especially the 360, they are getting these models with extra pieces on them.
And that's the most frustrating part is they get
that's just not right.
Well, they got to give them something. But it does look really nice.
Yeah. I want to get that world file. That's a cool world file. I think it's one of the castles from Skyrim.
Oh, the zombies look really cool there, too.
And the creepers.
Yeah. Oh, look at it. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, man. Let's go to the end. And... Ender Dragon. Ender Dragon?
Wow.
That is 40 new skins. Wow.
It looked like it was spitting out pink blobs.
Oh, you do get the world save.
Oh, it comes with the world save.
It comes with the world
awesome.
save. And obviously the UI and the menus are more. So, Joe, I got to ask you this question. How much would you pay for something like that? I mean...
Ooh.
Because obviously we're so spoiled on the PC.
Yeah.
How much would you pay?
I'm on PC,
yeah.
So I would pay nothing. I would just download it.
$3.99.
But I mean, if it was only for sale, I don't know. Yeah, $3.99 seems appropriate. $4 isn't too bad.
$3.99 or $3.79 euros or £2.69 for our friends in the UK.
Yeah,
there you go. But you can grab the free trial version, Joe. So if you want to see how it looks on your system that you haven't played in a long time,
I'd have to buy Xbox or Minecraft edition for it.
Well, you can download the trial.
Minecraft Xbox.
You could download the trial of both.
I'd have to plug in the Xbox.
That you would have to do. Yes. Yeah. Hey, Joe, what's the last news story?
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm gonna let you introduce it because for the first time ever, I think, and someone can correct me on this, but the first time ever, I'm leading the Play It segment.
Well, I mean,
I'm doing the how-to.
Yeah, because it's something that's a little more up your alley.
That's true. I did my research
in terms of, but that's good.
I'm going to let you introduce the snapshot or introduce the final news.
Well, the last news, the final news story is Snapshot 13W47C. I guess they just skipped A and B this week. Who cares? Basically, it's what they talked about at Minecon. It brings Twitch streaming. That's the only major feature change. There are a few other things that are added, but really they're mostly bug fixes. And one other cool, I think it's actually kind of cool, is the new Mojang logo is in the launch,
and here on the page too.
Yeah. But anyway, it's primarily about the Twitch integration, and you can stream directly out of your game. So all of you guys out there who want to stream from Minecraft and make your awesome Twitch videos or have other people watch you do Let's Plays, that sort of thing, no longer need any extra special software. You just need the Snapshot or the next version that comes out, which I assume will support it because that's what they announced.
So what, Joe, you're going to have to do for this episode is we're going to swap places. Yeah. I'm going to drive the car, and you're going to have to ask the noob questions and see if you can break me.
The noob questions. Okay. All right. I'm down.
So let's play some Minecraft.
Let's play.
I'm taking us back here real quick to the Snapshot page because there's some instructions that you need to follow if you want to try out the Snapshot. But first, I want to tell everybody a very important thing. If you're watching us live right now as we record this show, and you're watching us on Twitch, you're going to notice an interruption in video because of what I'm going to show. So if you want to watch without interruption and watch everything nice and easy and clean, all you have to do is come to our website at live.geekgamer.tv, and you can click on the Ustream feed or the ad-free feed, and you will watch without interruption. So I just want to get that out of the way. If you're watching this after the fact on the podcast, you have nothing to worry about. This is only for the live viewers. All right?
Yeah.
So,
or if you don't mind it and you want to see the video that makes it into the show.
Yes.
Which is already going to be in the show,
yes,
but without the camera switches and different audio.
Yeah, it's going to be completely different. You can watch the Twitch stream live, and it's going to be completely different. So
it'll be funny.
It will be.
But yeah, you can do that if you want.
You can do that. All right. So first thing you need to do is you need to follow the instructions. There are some specific instructions you need to follow. So if you notice here, it says before you start streaming, you need to visit your Mojang account settings page and link a Twitch account to your Mojang account. So all you got to do is go to the Mojang site, log in, go to your settings page. Now here's what the settings page looks like. I have blacked out obviously my personal info. However, there down here where it says Twitch, I've already linked it to GeekGamerTV, and then there'll be a bind button. You'll click that button, and then you'll get a window that will pop up that it'll either request for you to log into your Twitch account, or if you're already logged into your Twitch account, it will just ask you if you do grant or allow Minecraft to link into it, so they can bind with each other. All right. Once
you have to sign up for a Twitch account, of course.
You have to have one already, and it doesn't work by the way.
Because I know a little bit about Twitch. I've used it a few times,
right?
And normally you have this funky key that they say don't ever give to anybody else.
No, you don't need to.
You don't have to worry about that.
No,
you don't. It doesn't matter. You just say link it.
A lot of new company. Google does this now. Twitch does this.
Yeah.
You have these application APIs that kind of link in with each other, and you have this permissions list, if you will, of all these different apps you've linked in with Twitch. Obviously, if you use the mobile app, it does it. There's a lot of different things. So really simple. Don't let this scare you, okay? The next thing you need to do, obviously, is download the Snapshot. Now, we've talked about this before. I will run it through you guys one more time so you guys know how it works. Bring up your launcher, okay? Going to go down here, and I'm just going to create a brand new profile. All right, and I'm going to call this my streaming profile, okay? Here I'm in enable experimental development versions. I'm going to check that box. It's going to say, are you sure? I'm going to say yes. And then under where it says use version, I'm going to drop that down, and I'm going to scroll all the way up to the top, and it's next from the top, the one that we're going to work on today, which is 13W47C. Click on that. And then I'm going to save the profile. And then I'm going to select that profile. So remember, it's called streaming. And then I'm going to hit play. If you haven't downloaded it already, it will download it for you. And then play it. And if you look closely, you're going to see the new Mojang logo right when we load. There it is right there. Pretty cool.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, I agree. It's great. Yeah. So before you jump into the game, it's important that you do a few things. And by the way, do you hear that, Joe? Do you hear it?
I do, just barely. Yeah, it's really quiet.
Let me turn it up a little
bit.
But
yeah, that's one of the added features, right?
Yeah,
that's one of the new things in the Snapshot.
They didn't really go into detail about it, but new music. And honestly, I like it. I really do.
Yeah.
It makes me feel at ease when I'm building.
It is all new music, and it's all from C418, which is the same guy or same group that has done all the music for Minecraft. So really cool.
It's great.
If you're given the Snapshot a try, normally you play without music, turn it up, because actually I think it sounds pretty good. I like the music.
Now for this, I'm going to turn it down to
for us, we're going to turn it down.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it off for us so we can talk to you guys about it. So first thing you want to do is you want to go into your options. You don't want to jump into the game yet. You'll notice a new button that is broadcast.
Super secret settings.
No, Joe. No, it's under,
right. That was there before.
It's underneath that. Yeah. Broadcast settings. So you're going to come in here. And there's a lot of confusing things if you've never utilized any kind of broadcasting before, if you've never done any online streaming. I'm not going to go through everything. Well, I will go through everything, but there's a lot of things that can get over your head, especially if you're a beginning streamer. The things you want to kind of focus on is bandwidth, frame rate, compression, and then I'll also go through the other settings. But first thing is frame rate. Now, depending on the strength of your system and the graphics that you have and the memory that you have, this is optimal. Is you either want to go 30, or if you can do it, go 60. Now, 60 is like my monitor's refresh rate. You know, that's what gameplay will look the most beautiful and juiciest and fluid on. However, you need to have a beefy system.
And a fast internet connection.
That's true as well. This is where
and remember, this is an upstream internet connection.
That's correct.
So
good point.
If you're on a cable modem and they talk about you have 100 megabits, it doesn't mean anything for this, because oftentimes they'll be like, yeah, and you have 3 up.
Yes.
And that's probably not going to be enough to support this.
So what I would recommend doing is maybe setting your frame rate to 30 to start. Just give it a shot at 30. The next thing is bandwidth. Now, we talked about, Joe just mentioned it, upstream bandwidth. You want to go to a website that tests your upstream bandwidth. Now, there's many out there. The one I recommend and the one Joe uses, I like, is testmy.net. The great thing about testmy.net is it doesn't use some of the tricks other speed test sites use to kind of give you a false sense of security when it comes to how much speed that you really have.
Well, the other thing that's cool about TestMy is it's not Flash-based.
Ah, yes.
So you can use it in a lot more browsers, and you don't have to have Flash in there. And if Flash is an impediment, because Flash has a lot of system overhead, you don't have to worry about that. So TestMy.net is one I switched to and really like.
I used to use speedtest.net, but I like TestMy so much better. And you can choose different servers to connect to. Just choose the one that's closest to you and give it a shot. And this is why think about the server where you test to, because this is the next thing that we're going to cover. Mic volume, whatever your system default mic is set to. So if you have a microphone and you want to talk to people, your mic is constantly live, okay? So if you have a mic plugged in and you don't have a mute switch on it or anything, it's going to be hot no matter what. And it's up all the way. System volume's at 100%. That's your game game sounds. Compression. Now, one thing about when you're doing a gameplay is it uses usually an H.264 video codec. It uses something to compress the game picture down so you can be streamed very friendly to other people. When you have low compression, that means you're getting more of a pure game signal, but then again, it's going to take a beefier system. The other end around, high compression means you might see more artifacts. So just, mess around with this, play around with it, whatever you want to do. Now, we talked about the speed test thing real quick. And by the way, I have the connection. I'm going to pump this up all the way to maximum. I have a fiber connection, you guys. Broadcast server list. Now, when you click on this, it gives a list of all the different Twitch broadcast servers from around the world. And what it's doing right now is actually testing your speed and connection to all of those different servers from all the world. Now, as you can see, I have a pretty good bandwidth to Amsterdam, but I probably won't go there.
Well, right? Yeah, you picked 3,500 kbits,
right?
But and that's 27.
Yeah, but
it is in Europe.
It is in Europe. And Dallas is 28. Now it's going to do. And the thing is, my server is all the way at the bottom, which is San Francisco, which is by default, that's their home server and the closest location to me. So I'm not going to wait till it gets all the way down to here. But you can also select, all right, this is my preferred server, West in Los Angeles. You just click on it, and it will try this server first. But if it finds something better, it will switch to it. I'm just going to select West, San Francisco. The great thing about this as well is your Twitch chat. So if you have a channel on Twitch and people are chatting in that channel, some people may be like, well, I'll have to alt-tab. I'll have to see what's going on. You won't have to. It actually pulls in the chat from Twitch into your game. However, in my testing, it doesn't work the other way around. So when you chat, it's not pushing it back to the Twitch chat, at least in my initial testing. So just talk if you want to acknowledge people. That's the best way of doing it. Now, if you want to enable the Twitch chat settings, enable always, never, or while streaming. You can also, if you have subscribers, you can only let them chat and see them. Moderators only, or all viewers. And I'm going to do all viewers for this test. So we got all the settings squared away. I'm going to turn my compression to low. I'm ready to start streaming. And you're probably wondering, well, how do you start it? Well, I'll show you. After I'm all done here, I'm going to hit done. We have a small little server set up just for us. Okay, so here we are in our little testbed environment to demonstrate the new Twitch integration. Now, we've already set up our settings. Joe, calm down there.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
The horses, they're entered. Here, I'm going to ride this one.
No, don't.
What?
That looks so wrong.
Why?
Stop.
You know what? I'm not going to say it. I was going to say just because I'm riding the name of that horse. But I'm not going to do that.
All right. Fair enough. All right. So now here's the thing. Before we're ready to start streaming,
right,
you can go back into your options. You can change your settings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my bandwidth to maximum here. I'm going to bring my frame rate to 30, and I'm going to use high compression. Remember, your mic volume is whatever your system default is. Your system volume is just your normal sounds. And
so system volume will be normal computer sounds and Minecraft sounds too, right?
Correct. But you're not going to hear system sounds.
Well,
granted, if you're playing,
theory, you could.
In theory, like if you're playing like music.
Well,
or
no, I mean
something
like a computer beep, or you
Right.
know, if you have those sort of sounds turned on.
Correct. Those will come through on the stream.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to enable chat as always, so we could see. Now, that's another thing, too. You can enable your chat as never. If you don't want to see any Twitch chat, you want to stream only while streaming or always. Remember,
Cool.
the silver list, we talked about this already. I'm going to leave it at San Francisco. So you're probably wondering, all right, what do I need to do to start?
Right. So you're done, right? You're streaming right now.
No, Joe, no.
You're not
There's
streaming
one little step to do.
There's a go button.
There's a go button. And it's not F5 because what F5 is, it changes the point of view of you.
Right. It's F7.
No, it's F6. So I'm going to hit F6. And now I removed our little marker up there in the top right-hand corner. I'm going to hit F6. And when I do that, you'll see a red dot now appear.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can go ahead, look up there. Do you see it?
The look at the red dot.
Yeah.
Let me see where it's
there it is,
kinda,
right
yeah,
there.
It's kind of
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right
Oh
there.
yeah. Look at that.
Yay.
That's cool.
Wait, here comes the cow. He's gonna come right into our shot.
Stupid mushroom.
Yeah.
He
likes you. So here,
Yeah, well,
so
whatever.
we are now streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
On the Geek
So
Gamer TV channel.
now we're on the internet.
Well, we're already on the internet, but now we're
Wait.
really on the internet.
What?
I know it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Now we're extra on the internet.
Yes.
Now we're on internets 1 and 2.
Now, if you notice also, as I move around, my frame rate has dropped a little bit. It's a little bit. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Yeah, you're a good mushroom, aren't you? Hey, leave him alone. So there's a few things that will that incorporate, and hopefully the people that are watching us live right now will play along. First off, eventually, as you stream, you're going to get a number that will pop up underneath that little record light up in the top right-hand corner. That will tell you how many people are currently viewing your stream. The other thing that will happen... Oh, and I need to turn my chat on. I always leave it off for broadcast. So I'm going to go multiplayer chat settings and go to show. Back to game. So right now, here's my chat. If someone chats... Right now, there are 12 people watching us as we record the show. And Joe's riding around here on the street. He's trying
I'm tethered to the fence post.
Yeah. All right. And look, there's Jay Huckabee there in our chat saying,
Hey.
Hi there, I'm a very happy viewer. And if you notice in parentheses, it says Twitch. I'll hit T here, my
That's
chat
cool.
button. So you'll know that if someone's chatting at you, where it's coming from. Now, there's a couple of things to know. Here I am in a multiplayer server, okay?
Yeah.
No one
Yeah,
else...
no, I don't see that chat.
You don't see this chat.
Right. Only the streaming person or the person who has the Twitch stuff set up in their account.
Correct.
That bind.
Yes.
Will see it, right?
That's correct.
Oh, look, now you can see the player number. Or
Yep.
the viewer number. See? It's up
Yep,
there
it
now.
says 12, and also you can see
right
the
up- right up
chat.
there.
Now,
It's 12.
if you are the channel owner, which you probably are if you're running this stream, or if you're a moderator using the stream's information, like you've been able to link it to your channel just fine, you can also do some moderation stuff here, too. So, for example, Jay Huckabee is one of our moderators, and also he has Twitch Turbo. So, if you notice, if I click on him, it says that he has Twitch Turbo, which means he doesn't get commercials.
Cool.
And let's say he's getting out of line. I can give him a timeout. I can ban him. I can unban him.
You don't do that.
I'm going to promote him to moderator. He's already...
He's already a moderator.
I know. I'm just messing around.
Now he's a double
And look,
moderator.
and now he's a double moderator. And by the way, if I put it over Geek Gamer TV, look at that. It says I'm the broadcaster and a moderator.
Oh.
So if you just...
Can you take... Wait.
Yeah.
Can you click on you
Yeah?
and remove, demote from moderator?
No. Why would I want to
What
do
would
that?
happen? I don't know.
I'm not...
I-
here's what
I wanna
happens. If
know
I
what
hit
happens.
that, the whole world will end and this stream will have problems.
What happens if you ban yourself?
I don't want to even think about it.
Give yourself a timeout.
Yeah, I bet South Plays wants me to make him a moderator on my Twitch channel. No, that's not going to happen. So it's really, really simple. Now, the key thing here, you guys, is there's no webcam right now support, so they can't see you. You can't
So
chat.
it's game video only.
Right, and you can't chat back to them either.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Yeah,
thing
because
too.
when you chat, it comes to the server,
Right.
not to Twitch.
Right. So if I hit my chat button, I say hello. It says hello, but
I saw it in the server, but the guys in the Twitch channel didn't see it.
They're not going to see that. That's correct. Yeah. The other thing to the note, notice how everything's kind of flickery a little bit. It's not as buttery smooth.
Yeah, it's not as smooth as it was.
Remember, what's the button you can hit, Joe, to see your frame rate?
F3.
F3. So right now, my frame rate is 49 to 55, 50 frames a second. It really depends what I'm looking at. It jumps around. Yeah. Yeah, so
but that's your frame rate that you're seeing. That's not the frame rate that's being pushed out to Twitch viewers.
Yeah, and there's remember, the stuff that I'm sending to Twitch viewers is 30.
Yeah, so it'll cap at 30. So even if you're seeing 120 frames or 90 frames or whatever when you hit F3 in that info screen, it doesn't matter.
Right,
Twitch
correct.
viewers are seeing what you set.
Really, really simple and easy. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so icons, great question. Actually, our Twitch channel is watching this test stream. Icons do not work. So I know a lot of Twitch users use those really cool icons. They have custom icon sets if you're a big channel. But yeah, no, unfortunately, I'm not seeing any kind of special icons here in the chat. Obviously, in the chat here, it's just chat.
Yeah.
So yeah, moderator... Twitch Turbo, and I can, you can just keep going. You can see all the other users. It's really cool. Now, the other thing, too, the chat users don't show up here on the server list. Yeah. It's one of those situations where this is going to get much more powerful. The way it integrates right now with the Twitch chat is really cool. It uses IRC protocols, which makes it simple. And broadcasting is really, really easy. It just really depends on the kind of system and internet connection that you have. Not Joe.
Yeah.
Whoa, come! You're just gonna ride around, aren't you?
Well,
are you just doing like a steeplechase or something?
Well, mostly I'm trying to run right over you.
Right. So yeah, it always keeps a running count of how many people are watching you live, and also it lets you know that you're recording. And when you're all done, you just hit one button, and then it will cease that recording. It will stop it. Yeah. And depending on your channel, here's the best part, Joe. Depending on your channel, if you're recording to your Twitch channel, it does record while you're streaming. Okay.
It records in Twitch.
It records in Twitch.
Not a local file. So it's not like you'd have a local file that you could then upload to YouTube.
No. You wouldn't have to, because Twitch allows you directly. Yeah. No. It allows you to send it directly to YouTube from Twitch.
Oh, okay.
So, and then you can use YouTube's editing controls and edit your video if you want. So there's many different ways of doing it. Joe, man, you're just not a part of things, are you? You're just you're just gonna ride back and forth. And Mushroom's all by himself way down there, and
I can bring him over here.
Yeah. Oh, here's the other thing. We just got told by South Plays MC. They cannot see the viewer number up there in the top right-hand corner. So that looks like that's something also. And I doubt
the little red dot.
The dot
that makes sense.
Yeah, this is for you, obviously, because you're a broadcaster.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because you're broadcasting. One of the cool things that we kind of skimmed over that I think is interesting. Some of the settings. So if you go back to broadcast settings, some of those you can change on the fly.
And some of them,
but a lot of them require you to stop and restart your stream, like your frame rate and your bit rate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which isn't a big deal. I mean, you
when
just
I
hit
change
F6. Yeah.
Yep.
You just hit F6 a couple times. But I love the chat settings.
Yeah.
So you can have that always while you're streaming or never. I like the while you're streaming only because once you bind your Twitch account to your Minecraft account, every time you launch a version of Minecraft that supports Twitch streaming,
you would
log in.
Yeah,
you'd log into your chat.
Yep.
And you don't necessarily want to do that.
That's true.
You want to have the flexibility, because what if you're playing casually and you don't want to live stream, or I don't know, maybe you're one of the people who want to live stream everything you do on Minecraft. I guess that's okay too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's cool. I love how easy it is. Bind your accounts together. You just have to have a Mojang account. You have to have a Twitch account, which pretty much everybody. I mean,
it's really
Mojang.
Not,
if you're watching the show, you probably have a Mojang account. If you want a Twitch account, they're free.
And it's really not hard to set up and do. It really just breaks down to your system, your connection, and then you can start streaming and doing your own Let's Play videos and stuff. So, very cool. I really can't wait to see how far this goes. And obviously, this is the first. I got to say, for the first Snapshot since Minecon, they've made a lot of work into this, and it looks good. And
it seems like it works pretty well. I mean, like we said, it's easy to do. It goes together quickly. I mean, it seems like they did a pretty good job getting this working and working well for everybody.
So if you guys are watching us live right now on Twitch, what's going to happen is this stream's going to stop, and then it will pick back up again in about 20 seconds. So don't panic while I do that. But this is one of those things, Joe, that makes me as an internet broadcaster one of those guys that are just like, well, everybody can stream now. It's so easy. Even a caveman could do it. To pull from a commercial. Yeah, fair enough.
So they're telling me I should spawn a bunch of withers.
That's it. All right, very good.
Man.
Yeah.
I was gonna at least do some lava puddles. Because we all know how much you like lava.
So that's it. The other thing too that we showed off for a little bit earlier was the nice music, and I did have it muted for that segment, most of it. But go in and just check out the Snapshot for the music. It's really good this time. It's improved.
Yeah, a bunch of new music from C418 who've done all the music in Minecraft, and really good. I think it sounds great. I really like the new music. The old music was okay, but you seem like you always heard the same 2 or 3 things over and over again. So it's nice to have new content.
Fair enough. So Joe, it's now time for our pack picks this week, and before we jump into them, we do this segment every week on the show, and we're also going to incorporate mods into the segment as well. Yeah. So we really want to hear from you guys. We want to know your favorite packs, texture packs that you use, and mods. We want to know what mods you're using. So make sure you're emailing us, minecraftme@geekgamer.tv. Put mods or texture packs in the subject line and let us know. And please include a link so we don't have to use the Bings and the Googles to try to find it.
Yeah. The Yahoos.
And the Yahoo.
Alta Vistas.
Oh, and the dog piles.
Dog piles.
Dog pile.
Web crawlers.
Lycos.
I think web crawler's older. It's going way back there.
Prodigy.
The Prodigies. Yeah, there we go.
CompuServes.
Yeah.
BBSs. All right, we'll all just stop.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Alternate.
It's time for pack picks.
It is time for everyone's favorite segment on Minecraft Me. Lo and behold, the Almighty. No, I'm just messing with you. It's time for pack picks.
All right, so I'm delaying.
I wonder if I can get an old version of NSCA Mosaic running in.
Oh gosh, how about Gopher?
Yeah, well, I think there's modern Gopher clients out there.
All right,
but
so
NSCA Mosaic was like the first real web browser, right?
So Joe, we have 2 pack picks this week. One is very small and clean and simple. We'll get to that. But your pack pick, my friend, it's one of the biggest we've ever used.
Is less small. Yes,
it's lesser small.
Yes, it's called the Big Realistic Texture Pack.
Yes,
and it is big and realistic.
Yes,
and mostly big.
And
mostly mention it's big.
So let me pull it up here and take a look. Obviously, the menu systems look pretty much the same. Actually, I'm going to change one thing, and I always my chat is on. Actually, I need to turn my chat off. And I'm going to jump into our server. And Joe, go ahead, and I'm almost there. It's so much packs. It's loading. It's
almost 130.
Oh, we're already here. I forgot. Let me head back.
Yeah, you're already inside.
Yeah, we're here from something else. All right. So anyway, let's jump over here.
So yeah, the texture pack obviously is supposed to be a realistic texture pack. That's why it is called the Big Realistic Texture Pack.
Yeah.
This is the lowest res version they do. It's 100.
Whoa. What? Who's this guy?
Troublemaker.
It's
the lowest res.
Leave. Go.
It's Maldek.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, this is the lowest res version they do. 128 by 128. It is all the way up to 512 by 512. This, it
looks like leather and carpet. That's what it looks like.
The floor. These are wood planks, and they don't look that great. I don't think. At least at this res. Maybe at the higher reses they start looking better, but there's a whole lot of mosaic type effects on them. Anyway, but the redstone and the gold blocks I think look pretty good. I like the redstone block, or I'm sorry, the diamond and the gold blocks I think look pretty good. The diamonds have like faceted styles to them, and the redstone blocks. I really do like the doors. I think the doors look cool with the red and the little window.
Kind of got that 50s feel to it.
Yeah, kind of a cool style to it. The potted plants look pretty good. Plotted, yeah. Close.
Plotted.
I like I like the mossy stone. I love the grass coming through it. I think that actually looks nice. It is awfully busy though, and the mosaic effect on the floor is driving me up the wall. The grass block and the mycelium, I think both look pretty nice. Overall, it's a realistic texture pack. Really realistic texture pack. I mean, look at the bark on the trees.
You can see how old the tree is that you killed to place down.
Pretty much. I mean, it's pretty.
That's a lot of
detailed.
leather. That's a lot of leather. Just
on the floor, you mean?
No, I mean looks like leather up on these blocks.
Oh, it does. Yeah, the signs they are nicely readable too. That is one thing we always complain about some texture packs.
So
is how hard it is to read them. And these signs are really easy to read, which I think is awesome. Ender Eye and stuff like that.
Ooh, I
really
like this
good.
door. This is nice.
Oh, the wooden door. Yeah, the wooden door looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah. No window though. That's okay.
Yeah.
Here you can see some plants. The water underneath the lily, it's kind of hard to see, but you can sort of see it there. It looks pretty good. The eggs up on the wall behind you. Overall, I mean, for a realistic pack, it's good. I think it's pretty well detailed. They did cover. I have yet to find a block they haven't done, except for the cracked stone. I don't know what's up with that. It looks like lockers. I have no idea. Behind you though,
mossy stone is a washer.
Yeah. So some of them they've sort of tried to create modern appliances on some of the stuff.
Wait, there's money?
Yeah.
What is that? 200 euros? What is this?
Yeah, it is. Sure enough. What is that? That's cyan dye. That's what that 200 euro block is. Lime dye is the other one. So yeah, some of the dyes are actually currency. It looks like currency.
Whoa, we got
blocks,
a stereo
cool.
here.
Oh yeah, there'll be a bunch more of those too. We'll see some of that inside. Check out this bedrock block though back here.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I like the lava lines on it. I think that's a cool detail.
That is.
There's
cool.
a bunch of stuff in this that I would love to have in another texture pack, but altogether I'm not super keen on it. So yeah,
I like
overall,
the cracked albums and stuff.
Yeah,
let's go look in the machine room here.
Yeah, inside the machine area. The animals are one thing they didn't update. You can see the dog
the redstone
behind you
looks really
standard.
cool. I don't like the C4, but I like the redstone.
The redstone lamp?
Yeah.
On and off, yeah. Oh, you don't like the TNT? I kind of like the TNT.
Joe, do you like the note block and jukebox? Some Pioneer
They look like speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's your...
And look at the... it's a cougar bedspread there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, leopard. My mistake, leopard. Beacon block, I think, looks pretty nice. I like the bookcase. Check out the crafting table. It's got a full wrench and screwdriver set on the side.
Okay. Let's take a look at...
look at the dispenser.
Oh. Yeah,
it's a refrigerator.
With a stove top.
Great. Yeah.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Looks like the minecart's missing. Let's add a minecart. We're all out. Should I add a TNT minecart? I wonder what that would do. There. All right. Minecart looks the same, but the tracks look a little better. It's kind of funny because, some things look a lot better and some things look exactly the same.
So,
pistons, I think, look good.
Oh, I like the daylight
sensor.
sensor. I think that looks nice. It's missing
that does
the
look
sides
nice.
of it, though. But
it is. Yeah, that's kind of weird. And the enchanting table and back to the beginning. Yeah, so I kind of like that for because I don't like, we both talked about, I don't like realistic texture packs. Oh, lapis blocks look nice, too. I don't like realistic texture packs, but this one's not bad. It's got some good parts to it. It's got some bad parts to it. The wood is the worst.
Look at the redstone stuff. I like the redstone. It works, but...
Oh, yeah. Nice and straightforward.
Yeah.
I love the bricks. You can see the different types of bricks on here. But, yeah, for a realistic texture pack, I think this is pretty good, except for the wood. That's what drives me up the wall.
Right.
I would not... And it also takes forever to load. It is 130 megs to download, and it loads the entire thing into memory when it runs.
Yeah.
So, so I'm going to give it, I hate to do it, I'm going to have to give it a thumbs down just because
Wow, really?
how slow it is. And yeah, I mean, it's like right on that edge between neutral and thumbs down, because I think the wood planks look terrible, but again, that could be the resolution version. And the long load time just is annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, neither of our systems are slouches, and it still takes a long time to load.
So I mean,
that's where I'm going to go.
For me, Joe, I'm actually going to give it for realism pack, and I need to score it on realism packs. I can't compare a realism pack to a non-realism pack.
For a realism pack, thumbs up all the way. I think it's great for a realism pack.
That's what I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it a thumbs up as a realism pack. It's not too overbearing. It's something that if I needed a realism pack, I would call on to use. So I give it a thumbs up. As an everyday,
what it might work?
I wouldn't.
It might work really, really well for is you can use texture packs when you do those high-res renders. This might be a good pack for doing some of those if you wanted that kind of style.
Right. Makes sense.
So, but for gameplay, it's just too slow for me to load. And again, it's got the ridiculous mosaic effects on it once you're actually in game. But again, that could just be the res. I should try other resolutions first.
So my pack pick this week is called Loadcraft. It's not high def. It's not 128. Actually, here's the menu screen. They changed the logo. It says Loadcraft. So let's jump in. Even the background of the server screen looks really, really cool. So let me jump in here. And it just does some minor tweaks to your basic texture pack. So
looks rustic.
Yeah, it's a little rustic. I like the feel of it. I like the signs. I mean, it doesn't change the font, but it does change the backgrounds. I love the doors. I think the doors look very, very cool. Nice design here. Let's go inside. And then here we can obviously see the really good wood planks that are used. The mossy.
And it's interesting. They have, because of the way they've done shading on them, they almost have like a rounded top look to them.
Yeah.
Like they've been worn down a little bit.
I like the torches. I think the torches look great.
Well, I like that coal block. Turn to your right. You can see that coal block.
The coal ore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks very nice. Just going on down here, the mycelium. I like the mycelium. I think that looks so cool.
It's
there
purple. It's really purple.
It's really purple. As I keep going here, looking at the clay, I love the bricks. I think the bricks look very cool. This door, the wooden door, I like it. I just really like this texture pack. Looking at all the plants, your basic plants here. The wool blocks, I think they got that little crosshatch design on them there. Looking at the mossy stone and the crack stone, they also have a nice look to them as well. As we move on here, and the heads, there's really no changes too much. The zombie looks more sad than anything else. Like, oh, I'm a crying zombie. Lava looks good. No, animation there, of course. Let's look down here. The redstone, iron. It's got this X on it there. The emerald, I think, looks really, really cool. That's neat. And let's go take a look at the machine room now. And in here, I think the enchanting table's got a nice effect. The brewing stand. TNT, I don't know about that. I mean, other than that, though.
I like the redstone lamp back there.
Yep.
I think the jukebox and note block both look pretty good.
Yep.
I actually kind of like the green sheet on the bed.
Yeah, it's
the spiral look on the beacon, I think, is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's a decent looking texture pack. I mean, it is definitely rustic.
The rails were redone as well. Even the cart was redone.
Yeah, the cart's redone. Yeah.
Joe, this is a thumbs up, even as an everydayer for me. I like it. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up.
I got music playing. Thank you.
I'll give it a thumbs up. I like the texture pack. Oh, what does the redstone look like? That could be a deal breaker for me.
All right, fair enough. Let's take a look. It's traditional-ish.
It's standard. Yeah, basically, it's
except
a little
for the
bit better than
repeaters.
standard.
Yeah.
The repeaters have been updated, but the actual redstone lines are pretty basic.
I like how the wheat looks kind of whitish and stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
I give it a thumbs up for sure.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I'll give it a thumbs up too. I think it's good. I don't think it's going to replace Faithful as my everyday texture pack, but I do think it's good.
So there you go. There's our texture pack picks this week. Now remember, you guys, you too can submit your favorite texture packs and mods. We want your mods as well. Minecraft me at GeekGamer.tv. So there we go. Now it's time for our server showcase, and remember, you guys, we want your server showcases. So head over to Minecraft me at GeekGamer.tv, and there you can submit your favorite awesome server creation. And so let me play that magic music. It's now time for the server showcase.
Server Showcase of the Week.
Is this Epcot? What do we got here?
It's actually a snow globe.
What?
Yeah, it's a big snow globe. So it's not super mega giant, but it is pretty good sized. And it's a snow globe.
It's a
See, we're in a snowy area, and it's
look,
a
there's a
globe, and it's got
little bit
snow
of
inside, and there's a house and a
house.
present inside. And yeah, this was submitted by Aggles, but it was actually built by Scarecrow BSG.
wow.
And I thought it was cool. I mean, like I said, it's not a super mega build. We've had a number of those recently, but it's aesthetic. It's cool.
So
but yeah,
so Joe, how do we shake it?
Really carefully. First, we have to get tickets down to Phoenix and pick up the server. And no, I don't think there's going to be a good way to shake it. I suppose I could copy and paste it and then copy and paste it, but
Right.
let's not do that. But let's head inside. There is a way to get in.
Oh, okay.
Down at the bottom in the base, you can see where I'm standing. There's actually a little pathway, and then you can get up inside the snow globe itself and check out the house that Scarecrow has built for himself in here.
Wow.
So yeah, see, now we're inside the snow globe. It's a cool thing.
And
Isn't
at
it?
night, it gives us a great kind of a glow to it. I think it's great.
Yeah, I really like it. It is cool. And building spheres in Minecraft can be super entertaining. It works sometimes, and other times it doesn't work quite as well. But yeah, definitely. Let's see, can we get the card? Oh, we can't because we're invisible.
Yeah.
But there is a present over here.
But you can't open it until Christmas. Oh.
Well, it doesn't say it yet.
Cookie.
You get a cookie.
Cookie. Cookie.
All right, that's
Cookie.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Fair enough.
All right. So yeah, cookies, and I might as well hang out. Check out the little house that's here.
Oh, look at this.
It's pretty basic, but
Oh.
look, he's got a Christmas tree in the corner. See, Christmas tree.
Yes. What's
Yeah.
wait?
Fire!
Fire.
Oh, fire! Look at
Fire.
that fireplace. Like a push button fireplace. All the modern amenities.
Yes.
That's cool.
Nice
So,
couch.
yeah,
I'm just gonna hang out over here.
Yeah, nice couch. Yeah. Hear the fire burning. So yeah, I think this is cool. I like this snow globe. Like I said, it's not a humongous build. We've done a number of those recently, but it's well done, and it's cool. And it's we're getting into Christmas here, so it's pretty season appropriate too. I think.
Where are you going?
I'm going back out.
Fair enough.
What are you gonna break out? You're gonna break the glass to get out?
No,
Is that what you were gonna do?
I was not.
What are you, the TSA over here?
What?
All
right,
anyway.
you guys.
So I think it's cool. The only thing that I think would make it even cooler is if he actually filled it all with water, but that would make it a little hard to live inside.
If you have an awesome something cool and neat that needs to be shown, head over to minecraftme.com. We have a button on the right-hand side that you can click on and nominate some awesome builds. One of these days we're just going to fly around and just find stuff because there are some really neat things.
Except then people will be like, but it's not finished. You have to come back when it's finished.
Right
I know
now,
there's a number of really cool builds that aren't finished.
If you see your name there on the screen, you are in our public server as we record this show. We typically record the show Thursday evenings at 8 p.m., but we had to start a little bit later this evening because of other schedule conflicts. But just keep an eye on the schedule because if you want to get some free EXP for all your enchanting pleasures, well, guess what? We're going to deliver it to you. Just hang out in our Manor Theater during a live show, and we'll hook it up for you. Remember, you can get our server information at minecraftme.com. All the information is there to your heart's desires, which is really cool. And thanks, you guys, for hanging out with us as we do the show, we thank you so much. We really do. It's one of the things about this show that I think is different from the rest is we're really community focused on this show. Maybe too much. Maybe that's the problem, Joe. We're not selfish enough. That's the problem.
I could shut the server down.
Yeah, might want to. I'm kidding. Kidding.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
No,
That's-
terribly not.
That's a bad idea.
Bad, terrible idea. All right, guys. It's now time for the Minecraft Me messages. This is the part of the show where you send your questions in to us, and we try to answer them.
It's time to open up the old
try.
mailbag.
Sometimes
It's time
not-
for
doesn't go
Minecraft
so
Me
well.
messages.
Now, and look who decided to jump in and be troublemaker.
Oh, look at that.
this.
She's helping.
Yeah,
She's helping.
Go up there. Go. Don't hit the button.
Yeah.
Hi. All right. First question comes into play. This was sent into the show via voicemail. Now, remember, we love your video questions. However, if you don't have a video question in on the show, we go to voicemails, and here's the first one. Here we go.
Hi, Joe and Chase. This is Eric, and I was calling with a question. We don't have internet at our house, and I was wondering if I can use just a plain old router as a LAN network to use with like multiple people, to use that without an internet connection. I know another person had called in at another time and asked a similar question, but I wasn't quite sure like what were the specific steps, and so if I could have an answer to that, that'd be great. So you doing a really awesome show. Keep it up. Congratulations on over the 100 episodes. So keep it up. I love the show. Thanks.
Well, thank you. So you can use a router, but there are some prerequisites first that you must do. And you should do.
Yeah.
And Joe, since you're our network administrator guru, what should he do?
Well, in a nutshell, with a home router, you can use a home router out of the box and it'll work fine. It's just that some games will be really slow to launch, and the reason for that is a lot of games, if they think they have a path to the internet, will try to hit it and they will wait, and sometimes the wait can be 30 to 60 seconds depending on the game. Wait for a response from a server on the internet. Well, if you hard set your IP addresses on your computer, so instead of using DHCP, which is what most routers hand out or most home routers hand out, hard set your addresses. You can either use whatever it gives you and then physically go and change it on your computers, or just if you want to use an IP scheme on your own, you're not internet connected, so you can use whatever you want. Just make sure that they're all similar, and don't set a gateway. And if you don't do that, if you leave the gateway blank, you'll be able to connect to each other. You'll see each other on the network, but you won't have that delay when you launch games because the games won't think there's a path to the internet.
Right.
And that'll work great. But if you're doing that, if you're manually setting your addresses anyway, there's no reason to use a router. Just go buy a switch. They're cheaper. You can get a 5-port switch for about $10.
Yeah.
That'll do the job all day long. So give that a try. Let us know how it works. If you run into any problems with it, be happy to help as much as we can. But yeah, that should take care of your issue. Is just like I said, static set addresses on the machines you want to talk to each other, or if you have, there are a couple of home DSL routers or home routers like that will allow you to not have a gateway address, but most of them want themselves to be the gateway, so they automatically set it. But yeah, static set addresses, and you shouldn't have any problems, and you can use whatever you want to connect it. If you have 2 PCs, use a wire. If they're gig ports, you don't even have to use a crossover cable.
Nate the Great 420 writes in. He saw our Audible ad last week on the show, and he's a die-hard Audible fan. He loves Audible, and he wanted to suggest a book to our audience that we would probably love. It's called Ready Player One. It's by Ernest Cline. It is sci-fi in the not-too-distant future, and it's filled with hundreds of 80s references, mostly about video games. I might cry if you don't get it and listen to it. So, hey, thanks for the suggestion. I love sci-fi. I know, Joe, you like it as well. So we might want to add that to our list. It's called Ready Player One. And by the way, you could still participate in that promotion just because we're not advertising Audible. audiblepodcast.com/MinecraftMe. You can still get a free audiobook. That's the best part. And that's a free ad because we're not getting anything for this episode. A question here about Mac mods. We covered that on episode 97. This comes in from Patrick. He says, I would love to get the mini-map working as described in the video. I followed the instructions to the letter for the version 1.5.2 as I play on your public server as Grain Knight 79, But when
Green, Green Knight.
yeah, that's what I said, didn't I?
I heard Grain Knight.
Green Knight 79. But when I go to edit the profile, it does not show up under versions. What am I doing wrong? I'm running OS X Mavericks. Well, that shouldn't matter.
Oh, it's 10 Mavericks.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, it's 10.9, strictly speaking.
Harley decided to join.
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter. The only thing I could think of is maybe you didn't copy, or maybe
what I'm wondering.
I don't know.
What it could what it could be is the way you zip all the files up, because you can't zip the directory there, and you have to select all the files and zip them that way. So that could be one thing. The other thing is make sure that whatever you've changed the name of the folder to, you also change the name of the jar file, the zip file that has your mod in it, and you change the name or the text in the .json file, the .json file that defines the texture pack. So you want to make sure you go back and watch it. You want to make sure you change it in all of those places and make it unique. You can't have it still be called 152, because what it'll do is it'll go to Amazon, or it'll actually go to its, because they store all of their versions on an Amazon cloud server, and it'll pull down a brand new version or it'll pull down a valid jar because it thinks the one you have doesn't match what it's looking for. Right. So make sure you have it set as something else. You can't just leave it as the standard name. You have to set it to, -mods or whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
But it should work. If you still can't get it to work, send us another email with a little bit more detail, and hopefully we can sort it out for you.
Last question, Joe, and this is another good server admin question. This comes in from Captain Clocko Bob. Wants to know, is it possible to add a client-side mod to a bucket server?
I'm not sure what that means.
I know, because...
I think I know what he means.
Okay.
If you're running, like for me, I run... and we did it on the show when we did mods, and just last week when we were talking about Ray's minimap, we're running a client-side mod on a bucket server, but it's not running on the server; it's running on the client. So there are mods that rely on each other, that you have to have the server side working in order for the client side to work, and vice versa. But by and large, they're two separate things. There aren't you can't run, because the server jar and the client jar are completely different. So you can't run a so-called client-side mod on the server and force it down to everyone. Now, there is a way to force some mods on players, and that's using what's called Spout, and we will hit that. We will deal with that and talk about what that is and how you use it. But by and large, if you're running a standard bucket server, no, there's no way to really do that. They're just different. They're two completely different animals. And the way they work is completely different. So I think that's what you're sort of asking, but I'm not sure.
It's good enough.
The answer, in a nutshell, the answer is no.
If you have your own complicated server questions, head over to minecraftme.com, scroll down to the right-hand side of the page, and click on that blue button there that says Contact the Show. We do answer the best questions on every episode of Minecraft Me, so make sure you go ahead and send them in to us. Remember, that's minecraftme.com, and while you're here, if you haven't done so yet, you can subscribe to us on iTunes, either via the SD feed, the HD feed, or MP3. If you have another device like an Android or Windows Phone, you can grab our RSS feeds here as well. And if you do subscribe to us via iTunes and you haven't done so lately, rate us and write a review. It only takes 2 minutes, and it really does indeed help us get the word out there and spread the word about us. So a lot of you have been wondering, and I know some of you probably have already skipped to this part in the show, and you want to know, all right, what's going on with the Indiegogo stuff? I mean, there's a lot of things happening. So first things first, the colored names, we're going to try to get those implemented very, very quickly. Maybe even by the end of tomorrow. By the time you hear this, it might already be done. I just got to get the names to Joe, and we'll hash that out. The capes are a little bit more harder to implement. Joe, when do you think that we can get that implemented?
I'm going to have to work on that over the next few days, and potentially probably at least the next week. But we'll work on that. And that's one of the things we want to talk about with Spout. That's the capes require a client-side component, and we'll have to talk about how to use Spout and set it up for all you guys out there who want it. Plus, it adds some other really cool things, like you don't have to worry about installing Raise. It comes with it, and a bunch of, or a mini-map version anyway, and a bunch of other really cool stuff. So we'll hit on that. I'm going to guess it's going to be a couple weeks anyway, but we'll definitely hit on that for sure.
And I think that was it. That was it, right, Joe? That was the last Indiegogo thing, right?
Let me see.
I don't think there was anything else. So thanks so much for joining
us. Guy
us.
was going to go to Minecon with us.
Yeah, but no one pulled the trigger on that.
Oh, no one bought that. Let's see what else there was. Yeah. The color. Was there something? Was there
There's a gaming thing.
Playing Battlefield 4 with us.
Battlefield 4, yes. No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, no.
There's a new movie coming out this weekend.
Right, Catching Fire.
That's right. Hunger Games, Catching Fire.
Yeah.
So in spirit of the Hunger Games and Catching Fire, yes, we didn't forget about you guys on the Indiegogo. We know some of you paid for reserved spots for our next big Hunger Games, and it's time to unveil a very special URL. Now, here's the deal. If you're watching us live, you can go there right now. If you are in the Indiegogo and you paid for a reserved slot, all you got to do is just go to this site. It doesn't matter when you go. As long as you go by December 1st, you're in. You're at the head of the line.
That's next Sunday.
Yeah, that's 10 days from now, from the day that we're recording, 10 days.
Yeah.
So go to this website, ggtv.me/Hunger Games. The Minecraft Me Hunger Games version 2 will be on Sunday, December 1st at 2 p.m. live. And you can definitely spread the URL around to as many people as you want. However,
2 p.m. Pacific time.
2 p.m. Pacific time. What did I say?
You just said 2 p.m.
Oh, okay. 2 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah.
ggtv.me/Hunger Games. Remember, if you're part of the Indiegogo, you still need to go there. You need to register, but you're locked in, so you just need to register, okay? All we need is...
We got to get all your Minecraft names and stuff like that.
Right. This will be a whitelisted situation, and go ahead and sign up, and as many people as we get signed up, we're going to try to fit you all. There is a cap, though. What's the cap, Joe? The upper limit?
Well, I think we'll cap it at...
64?
Yeah, I think we'll cap it at 64 max players in the server.
Right.
And we may, because we potentially could have that many people in there, depending on how fast things go, we might be able to run a couple rounds of it even. So we'll have to see how it goes. But firm cap at 64. If we have less than that, that's fine. We'll still run it. There's no minimum.
Yeah.
We could have 2 people show up. We'll still do it.
Yeah.
We don't care. Yeah, whatever.
So
it'll be 4 of us. Chase and I'll hop in there and do it too.
Well, I can't.
See how that goes.
I'm kind of showing it.
But we can totally still do it. we'll just be in creative.
Now, here's one thing that I will do on that day when we're streaming. It will be delayed. It will be a delayed stream. We typically,
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I can delay the stream by 60 seconds. So it will be a delayed stream.
So if you camp for longer than 60 seconds, that's your own fault.
Yeah, that's right. So there you go. ggtv.me/Hunger Games. Register. It'll be the last Hunger Games of the year. I do have something very special planned in January. It's going to be the ultimate Hunger Games competition. There will be prizes involved. It's going to be a bracket-style tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. So there you go. ggtv.me/Hunger Games.
Yeah.
There we go. Mr. Joseph Falby, you can follow this guy on Twitter. He does tweet occasionally when we're talking about Mavericks on Apple. He jumped in.
I did.
And if you want to see him in our server, he is Payback. So when he does make himself visible and say hi to everybody, it's Payback. That's the guy that does the show called Minecraft Me. You can follow me on Twitter if you want, at Nunes, N-U-N-E-S. You can also follow the network on Twitter at GeekGamerTV. And I am Sir Chaos in our community server as well. A special programming note. Geek Gamer Weekly will be returning this Sunday evening, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern at live.geekgamer.tv. It's very important. We'd love to have you guys there. We have also a very special announcement coming up there as well. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're trying some new things, and we'd love to have you guys join us this Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. For Mr. Joseph Falby, my name is Chase Nunes. Thank you so much for watching and downloading Minecraft Me. We'll see you guys again next week. Keep digging.